Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool back again with another Epic 7 video for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking about a question that a lot of you guys have been asking me in every single comment section, every single live stream. And that is if and when Seaside Bellona is running. Now, if you guys already don't know, we do have Summertime Issaria, which is a limited summer unit running. Usually at this time last year, it was Seaside Bellona that ran before Summertime Issaria. But this time we have Summertime Issaria running before Seaside Bellona even ran. Now if you guys look at the bottom here where I'm clicking, you'll see that the banner duration is until July 14th. And after that, we'll most likely have Seaside Bellona run, whether it be right after Summertime Issaria's banner ends, or about a week or 2 weeks after. Now we don't have a exact timeline on when it's going to release, but keep in mind, the summer banners pretty much always run every year. I've never seen a year where the summer banners don't run, so we can expect Seaside Bellona for sure this year in the summer. So you guys want to save all your bookmarks for that unit, especially if you're newer to the game, because she's such a menace in PvE and PvP, and she'll really carry you in the early game. Now Seaside Bellona, very strong hero. Now a lot of you guys might know that she's called SSB, especially if you're new to the game. You guys probably don't know what she does and why she's so good. I'll explain to you why she's such a decent damage dealer. Now we'll see that her S3 is an AoE attack that has a chance to land unbuffable and unhealable, and a crit will do increased damage. This does a lot of AoE damage, and the unable to be buffed is really nice in PvE because you'll stop the bosses from like attack buffing, defense buffing, etc. Very good against Queen and Azumanac, right? They can't buff themselves, areas of content that a lot of newer players struggle in. Just a very strong unit, and also unhealable, not really that useful in PvE, but it does have some uses. Next we have her S2. This is why she's extremely good, guys, whether it be for PvE or PvP. You're going to see that she redirects 30% of the damage suffered by herself to the ally in the front. So if you have a knight in the front and Seaside Bellona takes damage, she'll redirect 30% of that damage to the tank, so you can keep your Seaside Bellona on a squishier, more damage-oriented build, and she will actually be able to tank a lot of damage. Next, we have the secondary effect. You'll see that she gains 1 focus when an ally's attack. So if you are hit by an AoE attack on your team, you'll gain 4 focus instantly, and when you hit 5 focus, you will use all that focus and activate a counter attack, which is an AoE attack that has a 50% chance to decrease defense. This also does a lot of damage. So you're going to notice her S3 and her S2 are AoE, and her S2 will proc a lot, so you want to run her on either Drink, if you have it, or in other areas of content, you're going to want to run her in Daydream Joker. It really depends on if the boss gets affected by the Daydream Joker. If they don't, you run Reingar Special Drink, but most of the time you can run her on Daydream Joker, and it will be the best for PvE. PvP though, you definitely want her on her own artifact at plus 30 if you can. Plus 15 works okay as well, but plus 30 is way more consistent. Next we have our S1, single target attack with a chance to target. This is really nice because if you land this target, it kind of acts like a mini defense break because they take increased damage. So you're going to see she has a lot of debuff potential. She has defense break, she has a lot of AoE damage, and very strong single target damage in her S1, which makes her a very strong unit for Wyvern as well. She has 4 debuffs in her kit, and not only that, she has so much AoE damage that she will speed up the runs of your Wyvern because she will do a lot of damage to the first wave, making her a very powerful asset to your Wyvern team. She's extremely powerful in Wyvern, she's extremely powerful in Raid. You can use her late game PvE as well in like Fire Expedition, Abyss, Automaton Tower, if you guys know what that is, and she's a very powerful unit, and she's very budget. You can run her on full damage, no book at all for PvE, and she's very strong, and you can run her on full Wyvern sets like I have for PvE, speed set plus crit set for PvE, and she's very powerful. My setup is for Wyvern one-shot, so you can see the stats are a little bit different than yours might be, but for the most part, you can just run her, you know, pretty decent speed, like 180, 100% crit chance, high crit damage, high attack, and you're good to go, and some effectiveness to land that defense break and target as you wish. So yeah, Seaside Bellona is coming, guys, don't worry, she's a very powerful unit. I really expect that she'll be running after Summertime Issaria's banner, right? She might even come earlier. Like, you never really know with Smilegate. She might even run right after Sermia's banner, but what I expect is Summertime Issaria runs, and then maybe like a week of another banner to bait you guys, like a Tamarin banner, or like, I don't know, a Rerun banner, something to bait everyone to pull for, and then they run Seaside Bellona right after, because that's what Smilegate does. So yeah, we can expect Seaside Bellona's banner very quick. Now I'm going to showcase where I use my Seaside Bellona real quick, and you guys can see why she's really good, and we're going to see, you know, how powerful she actually actually is, especially in PvE. So here we go, guys. We're going to test her out in Executioner Carcanis, which is a Hell Raid boss that a lot of early game players struggle with, actually, because of the raw damage output that he has. But Seaside Bellona is really good here because of that passive in her S2, which makes her take less damage. You can just pair her with, any free-to-play units, and she does just fine. Aros is a very, very good unit with her because he can land that defense break for her, and then he can also, set up the dual attack into the S1, which will do a lot of damage. Now, I'm also running Mercedes, which is another free-to-play unit. So you can see, this unit's pretty much free-to-play if you have Seaside Bellona besides, Tamarin. But you can always swap out Tamarin for Angelic Montmorency, and, she does just fine as well. So, yeah. Just keep in mind, my SSB is on Wyvern one-shot gear, so she's not as optimized for this. But you're going to see that she still does just fine. Now, she does a lot of damage. Hopefully she can land defense breaks, but against this boss, if you are debuffed, you will actually, have a chance to miss. So you have to be careful. Yeah, you're going to see that she lands that target buff, so my team will be able to do more damage. So very, very nice. And the best part about SSB is since she has a AoE attack on a counter, she's very good against Hell Raid bosses because I think pretty much every single Hell Raid boss needs AoE, right? Because a lot of the bosses have ads that you need to kill, or for this boss, you have to actually knock him out of stealth. As you'll see, once he dips below 70%ish, he's gonna, go into stealth, and you're gonna need someone to knock him out. And Seaside Bellona is just really good for that job because even on auto, she just knocks him out of stealth pretty easily. And yeah, Seaside Bellona is very good in Hell Raid auto. If you guys don't have a Champions of Auto and you guys are looking for a quick way to do your Hell Raid, then you can just slot in SSB with Tamarin, Rowana, and Adventurer Ross, and that is your Hell Raid auto team. So yeah, this is pretty much my auto team, except I usually run Rowana instead of Mercedes, but just to speed up the run, I have another DPS with SSB here. And yeah, she's getting a lot of counters off. Unfortunately, she's missing a lot because, she keeps getting targeted, but you're going to see that it doesn't really matter. She does a lot of damage. And once she does land a defense break, this fight will break wide open. It's just kind of unlucky right now. But that is what it is. Yeah, you're gonna see her S1 even without the defense break on does pretty decent damage here. Lands a defense break, so yeah, very good backup defense breaker. And even though my SSB is missing a lot, when she does actually land, she got the defense break off. And keep in mind, this is with attack down, but this will still do decent damage, right? Yeah, she's very good for this last phase of this boss, which is very difficult because since Carcanis AoEs every other hit, you can see that did a lot of damage there just on the counterattack. SSB gets a lot of counterattacks off with their S2, making it very powerful. And yeah, 21k damage on a defense broken boss. So yeah, very, very powerful unit, guys, as you can see. Definitely recommend, using her. She's a very strong unit for PvE, and in PvP she's usable as well. So yeah, that being said, I hope you guys realize why Seaside Bellona is very strong. Keep in mind that she is definitely coming back this year for you newer players out there that don't have her. So I would not worry too much, and you can expect her in the next following weeks, especially after Summertime Hysteria banner ends. So keep in mind that you should be saving your bookmarks for her. That being said, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.